Varanasi is known as the city of temples, ghats, and rich heritage. It is located in the heart of India, with synthesis of cultures, religions, vibrance, and history. On the banks of the holy river Ganga breathes this beautiful city, which is believed to be the oldest living city in the world. For centuries now, Varanasi is also known as the knowledge capital of India. Pacing with time, it is keeping up with modern advanced knowledge, along with Oriental learning. Sunbeam Group of Educational Institution is one of the oldest and prime educational centers located in various parts of Varanasi. Inspired by the famous lines of Saint Francis of Assisi, a single sunbeam is enough to drive away many shadows. Sunbeam School was established in 1972 by Dr. Amrit Lal, Ishrat Madhok, and Mrs. Deesh Ishrat Madhok. Both educators par excellence to bring to Varanasi a school which would uphold the ancient traditions, tempering it with a modern vision with just 32 students. Today, Sunbeam has in its fold 32,000 students and over 3,000 staff members across.
And it all started in a small house in 1972. In July, it was a rented accommodation. My father was a teacher, and with his meager savings, my mother started this school. And she rented out a small place and went door to door, and she was so dynamic, and she started off with only 36 or 38 children. She was the principal, the teacher, the English teacher, the fee clerk. She was all rolled into one, the transport in charge. And there were only 4 or 5 teachers at that moment, but they worked very hard. So every year it just grew in geometrical proportion. Whatever had to be done for a child's benefit, for the benefit of the school, we did not bother about any funds. So that we poured all our savings into buying the best locations in the city. That was a very wise decision, because today we have amazing locations after the city has expanded. So the build-up was massive. And then not only in terms of hardware, in terms of software, training, we always emphasized on team building.
We used to negotiate everything, and then we had experience of everything also. Once I remember that there were no clerks. The clerk met with an accident and there was no one to collect the fee. So I have sat on the window or like on that seat and even cut the receipts of the fee. And when the teachers were not there, we used to go and teach in the classes. And small things, furniture and buses and rickshaws and uniforms of the maids and peons and everyone. So we used to do those small things.
Sunbeam Group, with its 7 core schools: Sunbeam Sun City, Sunbeam Varuna, Sunbeam Lehertara, Sunbeam Indiranagar, Sunbeam Bhagwanpur, Sunbeam Annapurna, Sunbeam Sarnath. Sunbeam Gramin School is the philanthropic venture of Sunbeam Group, which imparts free education to the underprivileged students. Setting exemplary standards of quality education with moral values for over 50 years now, aiming to contribute to the society through raising innumerable stars who are shining bright in the different horizons.
In very, very small towns like Ghazipur, Mhow, Bhadoi, where we've got our schools, and I see the passion in the students, I see the fire in their belly. I feel India actually lives here. It is, of course, in Varanasi that we started our journey, and I think the kids are doing extremely well. The schools are doing extremely well. So that gives me a sense of satisfaction. But when I go to the 3-tier, 4-tier towns and I see the passion in these children, that's when I get so humbled and I feel, wow, I'm glad we are making a difference to these children because they are the future of the nation, and that really epitomizes the term nation builders.
Eradicating the darkness of ignorance through the flame of knowledge. A good teacher always knows how to bring out the best in each child.
Rectangle is the window, so is the door. Round is the ball, we bounce on the floor. So this was just one way that we use to teach concepts. And then, for example, if it is shapes, so after the rhyme, I would take them for a walk wherein I would show them different objects related to different shapes, and they would relate those objects with the shapes.
Sunbeam Group of Education is child-centric. The child's participation and experience is of paramount importance.
This is the age wherein we instill values in them. We have to take care of the social emotional learning of the kids because they are too young to express themselves. As teachers, we have to understand what's going on in the child's mind. We have to deal with them.
Sunbeam is synonymous to passion, innovation and transformation. So every day brings in with a new experience for a teacher as well as students.
Here, each and every learner turns into happiness ambassadors.
Past so many years, in fact it's been 20 years of my tenure at Sunbeam, I have been immensely caught up into the frenzy of making children happy, because that has been the core thrust of all of Sunbeam's endeavors. The whole idea of the teaching learning system or even the curriculums is that a child learns best when the child is happy. So it's almost as if good academics or excellent academics are a byproduct of our efforts to make a child feel happy. And our core test is that when the child goes back home from school and when the mother wakes up the child at 6 a.m. in the morning, does he wake up with a smile at the thought of going to school by boarding a bus or just by going to school? Now, if that smile is firmly fixed in place, we know our job is done well. And the same applies to the teachers, the same applies to the staff at Sunbeam.
As the world requires the students to become lifelong learners in an ever-changing scenario of new skills and competencies. They also need to be good communicators, to be able to relate well with other people, and to think creatively and logically.
It's not like we're just learning about what is in the book. It's about the relationship that they establish between the real world and what's in the book. And it's always about the teachers who tell us how you can learn about things in the real world, how you can implement them.
Our pride comes from the fact that when our students go into higher educational institute of repute, and when they come back and say, so you know what? People recognized us from day one. We were different. We could present flawlessly. Everything that we learned vis-a-vis quizzing or public speaking, people appreciate us and they say, wow. So that's the amalgamation that you're talking about, which is there at Sunbeam. And when I speak about 360-degree view, I vouch for sure of the fact that at Sunbeam, we know that there is a smart child in every child. And our job as a school is to unearth that smartness in each child. They may be extremely different in outlook, in perception, in talent, but each of them is special.
The need of the hour is the positive channelization of energy by encouraging them to take part in co-curricular activities and community involvement programs.
I think one of the biggest strengths of Sunbeam is its curriculum, which is very well planned, very well organized, well researched, dynamic and ever evolving. And it also allows children to be creative, to be curious, to be questioning and to be tinkering.
Creative and productive work also includes students' involvement in different clubs like Science Club, Literary Club, and Gardening Club, etc. adding to their knowledge and pride in accomplishing their tasks and projects assigned. It is believed that social skills are important not just in school, but outside the school, social gatherings, and their workplace as well. The love for the country is imbibed in the hearts of students.
We don't say Jai Hind just on Republic Day and Independence Day. It is a way of life for us, and this is how we wish each other daily.
Take pride in reversing our culture and tradition and uphold them at all costs. Catering a plethora of unique activities to its students, the school focuses on a sound mental and physical growth for its students. Safe, secured and well-equipped smart classrooms of appropriate size with age-appropriate furniture.
Single member of Sunbeam believes in the principle of Kaizen. So Kaizen is this Japanese term which means change for better or continuous improvement, and that's exactly what we do at Sunbeam. The fact that Sunbeam has managed to grow so much and establish itself as a brand, and that we are celebrating 50 years of its existence, is all thanks to this growth mindset. So CPD is one term which CBSE has of late started talking a lot about, which is continuous professional development. Our teachers participate in various national as well as international level tests which are specially designed for teachers. Now the purpose of this test is to know where exactly do we stand in terms of the content or the subject expertise and the pedagogy. So that actually helps us reflect on the area of training that each teacher needs.
A multi-purpose hall to conduct programs at class level. Lush green playground where all students will have an access to play basketball, football, badminton and cricket. A library to store and display reference material to develop reading habits to our students. A well-equipped science lab and will keep updating the same as per requirement. An activity room loaded with educational blocks and toys to motivate children to learn while playing. Art and craft studio to motivate and enrich artistic talent of students. High-tech computer labs. Latest swings in the playground will add to the amusement of our junior champs. Activity to enhance speaking, reading and expressing skills. A well-designed dance studio, aerobics and yoga studio for improving their fitness and flexibility. A swimming pool for primary and middle and senior level students. To quench their thirst for adventure, the students can try an adventure sports including rock climbing, skating, etc. to make them strong, confident and brave.
X number of schools which provide similar kind of facilities. But what is special at Sunbeam is the kind of affection, love and care children share at these boarding houses.
Our hostel is a home away from home. Separate hostels are available for girls and boys.
The three letters, the three wonder words of Sunbeam that's there in the slogan of Sunbeam are duty, devotion, discipline. So duty towards the nation, devotion towards yourself, towards your success, towards your goal. And discipline is obviously an intrinsic part of a student's life. With a lot of efforts, with a lot of teamwork, we finally went on establishing new centers of learning. That is the reason why we call creating temples of learning from the city of temple.
Call it a castle where dreams come true. At Sunbeam Group, aim to empower our students by not teaching kids what to think, but teaching them how to think, by awakening in each child a spirit of learning to grow as individuals with strong, open, and discerning minds, preparing them to make a mark in the global village.
Our students getting that opportunity to rub shoulders with the who's who of other schools. They are basically able to think of how to articulate their speech, how to bring upon their point of view, and how to assert themselves in a conversation. So this was the whole idea, that to give Sunbeam students global exposure. Round Square is just one of them, and we have other associations which we are also part of.
Sunbeam Group strives to provide an environment that is conducive to learning and an environment which encourages students to be disciplined and allows them to develop and learn even from their mistakes. To develop the individuals with freedom yet entrusted with responsibilities.
In the field of athletics, it is not only academics or the intellectual things that we accept. In the field of sports, national level athletics or CBSE zonal clusters, everywhere we have our winners. Be it boxing, be it badminton, be it athletics, everywhere our students have been doing.
Instilling a friendly spirit of competition, the school organizes and encourages maximum student participation. As we celebrate our 50 years, we reiterate our belief that success is a journey and not a destination. Onwards to the Sunbeam Century.
My school is my happy place. It has taught me to always be on time and to respect my elders and teachers. Jai Hind. Sunbeam is the best. I love Sunbeam.
We are proud to be Sunbeams. I'm proud to be in Sunbeam.
Thank you so much for explaining me the truest possible meaning of education and its importance in one's life. Thank you.